so...
It really is you.
Verania? I remember you. We played in our master's courtyard while Mother worked. You called me.
Leto. That's your name.
What's wrong? Why are you so...
It's a trap.
Ah, my little Fenris. Predictable as always.
Hi, Danarius.
Sorry it came to this, Leto.
You led him here.
Now, Fenris. Don't blame your sister. She did what any good Imperial citizen should.
I never wanted these filthy markings, Danarius. But I won't let you kill me to get them.
How little you know, my pet. And this is your new mistress, then? The champion of Kirkwall. Quite
Don't
lovely.
call me that. By the way, yes, you can absolutely be like, yeah, sure, take him. It's awful. Because, yeah, Fenris will be like, well, if you're not going to back me up, I can't fight back. And they just take him and leave, and we never see him again. And Danarius will message us later being like, oh, thank you so much for returning my pet to me. I've sent you a little gift as a thank you. It's one of the worst decisions that you can make in this game. Oh my gosh. It's awful. I tried it once, and I just felt sick, you know.
I'm going to wipe that smirk off your face.
You are no longer my master.
I had no choice, Leto.
Sure you didn't.
Stop calling me that.
He was going to make me his apprentice. I would have been a magister.
You sold out your own brother to become a magister.
You have no idea what we went through. What I've had to do since Mother died. This was my only chance.
And now you have no chance at all.
Please, don't do this. Please, tell him to stop.
You have this coming.
I would have given you everything. I thought discovering my past would bring a sense of belonging, but I was wrong. Magic has tainted that too. There is nothing for me to reclaim. I am alone.
I'm here, Fenris.
I feel unclean, like this magic is not only etched into my skin, but has also stained my soul. And now this. Let's go. I need to get out of here.
So, you and Hawk?
What about us?
I want to make sure I get all the details right when I tell this story. Did you sweep her off her feet, or was it the other way around?
I'm not telling you anything but this. There was no actual sweeping involved.
Every little bit helps, Elf.
So while we're here, let's go ahead and visit Gamlen. I don't think we ever came back here during Act 2.
So you've done well for yourself. I had my doubts the first time I saw you, but I guess there was something to that hawk fellow Leandra ran off with after all. He certainly produced an amazing daughter. Your mother would be proud.
What are you angling for?
I'm feeling sentimental. With Bethany locked in the gallows, you're the only real family I have left. For a long time, I thought the Amel line in Kirkwall would end at me. I'm glad you've pulled it out of the grave.
Gamlen, I found the gem of Karoshek. If you want it, come to Darktown, alone.
Leave that alone. There are things in my life that don't actually involve you, you know. Stay out of my business, girl.
That note mentioned the gem of Karoshek. What's that?
It's nothing. Never mind.
It's nothing? Just like last time when I found Grandfather's will.
Ah, don't be stupid. I lost everything chasing that gem. Our fortune, our home, even Mara.
That's where our fortune went.
I don't need another lecture. You got the damned estate, why don't you go back there and stay out of my business?
Every bit the bitter man.
I still can't believe Hawk saved you.
You've been saying that for years. Would you have turned me over to the Qunari?
No, but I know what they do to their prisoners.
Execute them horribly, I imagine.
No.
The Qunari waste nothing. They would re-educate you into a loyal follower of the Qun.
Could I refuse?
There's always Kamek, which turns you into a mindless laborer. Like I said, they waste nothing.
Oh.
If you wish to thank Hawk, she's standing right there.
Yeah, you're welcome, Isabella. Because Fenris is right. Yeah, they don't waste anything, and that's part of the horrifying truth about them. Let's go help out Justice. Oh, I'm sorry, Vengeance. Actually, we should probably go ahead and get him into the party, shouldn't we?
Varric, how does one get made a paragon?
The Assembly votes on it. Enough votes, and bam, you're a living god.
You should ask to be made a paragon of manliness.
Oh, I like the way you think, Ravani. But one doesn't just ask to be made a paragon.
Why not? Everyone can see you're a paragon of manliness. It's just a matter of making it official.
Oh, I do need to go talk to Fenris again. Alright, you know what? Let's actually go do that. Let's do that first before we do this quest.
Ha! Dark spawn.
You know, you could go anywhere you like now.
I'm aware of that.
Oh, you could become a raider. You could join my crew.
The crew of your non-existent ship?
Well, with that attitude, you're never going anywhere, are you?
She doesn't understand. Yes, I am free. Danarius is dead. Yet, it doesn't feel like it should.
You wanted him to stop chasing you. Now he has.
I thought if I didn't need to run and fight to stay alive, I would finally be able to live as a free man does. But how is that? Whatever past I had died with my sister. I have nothing now. Not even an enemy.
Is that all you do? Dwell on the negative?
No, well, alright, yes. Fair enough. It's just difficult to overlook the stain that magic has left on my life. If I seem bitter, it's not without cause. Perhaps it is time to move forward. I just don't know where that leads. Do you?
You're still blaming magic for everything.
Think about it, Hawk. Look at what happened to your mother, your sister, so many others. Is there anyone whose life has been touched by magic that actually benefits?
You make a good point.
There are problems enough in this world without putting such power in the hands of those too weak to resist its allure. Them I fear, as should you, as should anyone. But what's important now is moving forward. I only wish I knew where that led.
Wherever it leads. I hope it means we'll stay together.
That is my hope as well. We have never discussed what happened between us 3 years ago.
You didn't want to talk about it.
I felt like a fool. I thought it better if you hated me. I deserve no less. But it isn't better. That night, I remember your touch as if it were yesterday. I should have asked your forgiveness long ago. I hope you can forgive me now.
I need to understand why you left, Fenris.
I've thought about the answer 1,000 times. The pain, the memories it brought up, it was too much. I was a coward. If I could go back, I would stay. Tell you how I felt.
What would you have said?
Nothing could be worse than the thought of living without you.
Don't let it happen again.
If there is a future to be had, I will walk into it gladly at your side. Yes, my friend?
That was nice. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I've changed my mind again. Before we do this, let's go help Nathaniel. Especially since we do have Vengeance in our party. So at least there will be a familiar face there for Nathaniel.
Point take you.
Hey, Nathaniel.
Nathaniel Howe?
You're the champion of Kirkwall, aren't you? And Anders.
Making friends as always, I see.
There's no escaping you, it seems.
I'm special that way.
That's one way to put it.
I don't remember drawing anyone a map to the tide. Who told you about it?
An unfortunate dwarf named Bartrand. We weren't sure his information was reliable, but contacting you or Varric was deemed risky. We feared you might return if you learned of our interest in the Tig.
Delilah says you followed my expedition's route. Why?
You went further into the deep roads than anyone believed possible. The first warden himself ordered this investigation. I was offered a generous share of the salvage, plus extra coin up front to discourage any curiosity.
It looks like you met heavy resistance.
After the Warden Commander killed the Architect, we thought it would be decades before the deep roads would be infested again. The Warden's allies assured us these tunnels would still be mostly clear, but it seems they were wrong.
Who is the architect?
The architect was the first of the speaking and thinking Darkspawn. Very dangerous. He spread his gift to other Darkspawn, the Disciples. Fortunately, their numbers are few.
They seem to know a great deal about Darkspawn. Are these allies dwarves?
No, not dwarves. It's complicated. Let's just say we live in strange times.
My mission was to find you. I've done that, so let's go.
I cannot leave now. When we were attacked, I was separated from the rest of my expedition. Some of them may yet live. We must go deeper into the tunnels to rescue them.
Who else could be alive?
Some wardens survived the initial ambush. I think the dwarf we brought from Vigil's Keep survived. But who still lives? Only the Maker knows.
We have survivors to find. Let's go.
We should move. Stay alert for Darkspawn.
I actually don't remember if that dwarf actually could be here. I do know that your sibling could be here if you made them a Grey Warden.
Master Hao, you live.
Tamarin, good man. Are there any other survivors?
Hopefully up ahead. Well met are strangers in the belly of the earth. I hope Sir Fenley won't mind, but I set up the explosives here and there. Figured I'd blow up as many of the spawn as I could before I embraced the stone.
How did you manage to get Kunari explosives?
These aren't Kunari explosives. They're Dwarven made, and don't you forget it.
Tamarin's cousin Dworkin made the explosives back in Vigil's Keep.
You remember Dworkin, right?
And that he did, before the sudden Kunari forced him into hiding.
What were you going to do with these explosives?
We were prepared to do extensive excavations around the Tig you found.
A few well-placed booms prove most efficacious at clearing rubble.
Let's teach these Darkspawn a lesson.
Tamarin, the way behind us is clear. Send word to the Wardens in case we don't make it.
Aye. I've set explosives all along the tunnels. Blow up as many of the sodding spawn as you can. Luck to you both.
I fear we have come all this way for nothing. But my fallen comrades will be avenged. The Darkspawn are here.
Destructive forces of nature coming up! I've got your back! You've messed with the wrong man!
Hello there, big boy.
Yeah! Got one! Watch out for the big one!
For the first time since I've been down here, I don't sense a single Darkspawn. We've won. The route to the surface should be safe now. Because of you, I will see my sister and nephew again. Please, take this with my blessing. I apologize I couldn't answer all your questions. You may have them yet in the fullness of time.
Stay safe, Nathaniel.
You as well.
The Bringer of Silence. One-handed sword dispels hostile magic. We also got Ward Wall. Mantle of the Merchant Prince. I wonder how good that is compared to what Varric actually has right now. I'll have to take a moment to get my runes because I stashed them away at home. And see what I can do about that with my armor. Alright, now that we've done that, let's go ahead and do his quest over here.
Are you the ones who sent the note about the Gem of Kurosh?
Whoops!
We were beginning to think you wouldn't show. It's rude to keep people waiting, you know? It's not like I don't got things to do.
You're wasting my time.
See, we was hired to give you a note. But this Gem of Kuroshek thing the note talks about, we decided we want that instead. You better hand it over.
You have 3 seconds before I start slicing off your toes.
You wasn't listening. We want the gem. Even if we got to kill you for it.
You are an idiot. This guy actually thinks he can take on Hawk. Everyone knows who Hawk is at this point, as the champion of Kirkwall, and yet he's like, yeah, I can take ya. This guy's as dumb as some of the guys in the Witcher setting, where they're like, yeah, Witcher, I can take you on.
Wallet Mallet? What a name that is.
This gem is very pretty. I can understand your obsession with it. Remember the game Wallop? Find the place your Wallop Mallet came from. Your answers are there. Right, hold on. Where is the... Hold on. Oh, hello. Oh, slavers. Oh, wonderful. Let's go kill some slavers. The less slavers there are in the world, the better.
I'm fond of a little dirt now and then, but this? Was this really necessary?
Oh, I guess I have to go talk to him in his, clinic again. Whoops.
Nothing.
Why was your friend made tranquil? Do you know?
No, and it doesn't matter. Nobody deserves that.
I know some mages who deserve that.
Really? Perhaps they should start making slaves tranquil. Then they wouldn't dream of escaping. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Slaves do not attract demons that try to possess them.
Which clearly justifies it. What a perfect solution. I'm going to be trying something, and I thought you'd want to be part of it. You've been right all along. What I did with Justice was unnatural. It should never have happened.
I'm glad you finally understand that.
I can't help mages like this. Not while I am everything the Templars fear about magic. I need to be free of this curse.
You brought this on yourself.
I did. But I think there's a way out. I've spent the past 3 years researching the methods of Tevinter Magisters.
Why am I not surprised?
They're the only ones who have ever sought to reverse spirit possession. Not just behead the victims. I believe I have a formula for a potion that can separate Justice and me, without killing either.
Is it dangerous?
There are always dangers with magic. But I believe this will be worth the cost.
Surely that's worth any risk it entails.
I knew you'd stand behind me in this. Even if...
What?
Nothing. I've gathered most of what I need, but there are some outlandish ingredients I was hoping you'd help me collect. A powder the Tevinters call Celepetre, and a small amount of Drakestone.
Is it just a potion? Is there anything more to this ritual?
No, no ritual. Just mix the ingredients up and... boom. Justice and I are free. And we can take our rightful place among free mages.
He's lying.
What is Drakestone?
The Tevinters used to mine it for their apothecaries. There should still be deposits in the bone pit.
Where would we find Celepetre?
It's a crystal that forms from concentrated manure and urine.
Ew.
We can't just buy it somewhere.
It's not used by mages here. There's no reason for any merchant to stock it. I suggest we search the sewers. There's an entrance not far from here in Darktown.
What aren't you telling me?
Oh, many things, I'm sure. Did I tell you about the dream I had where the Grand Cleric was completely naked except for her mitre? And there was this giant glowing cheese wheel.
Pretty sure the dialogue for that quest is different based on whether or not you are a friend or a rival. Mainly because, of course, as you can imagine, if you're a friend, he's more honest with you, but if you're a rival, he's making up this story about it. To trick you into helping him.
From here to look for the Celepetre. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Hold your nose. We'll have to get pretty close for me to tell what we're looking at. I know it isn't my place to criticize, but are you sure about Fenris? He seems less a man to me than a wild dog.
Oh.
You just don't know him.
I know as much as I'm ever likely to.
That's right, Mage.
He has let one bad experience color his whole world. Surely you want someone more open-minded.
A mage and a hypocrite. What company you keep.
Interesting that he has that conversation right here.
Now you fall!
And apparently he's like, hey, let me give you advice on who I think you should be dating. Really?
It's done.
Is everyone still alive?
Don't worry about it.
This is my favorite part!
This is it. The Celepetre should have formed right under here. Oh, I don't want to touch that. Let's see if we can find a few more deposits.
You'll die!
You're such a slave driver.
Let's see if we can find a few more deposits. Let's see if we can find a few more deposits.
The carton!
I was just getting warmed up.
Let's see if we can find a few more deposits. That should be plenty. Thank the Maker.
Thank the Maker, huh? Sure. Vengeance. Sure.
Rather be free down here, I guess.
This is it. Give up.
We still need the Drakestone from the Bone Pit.
So, something happened here. Something happened. You'll also notice that area is cleared up. I don't recall if something actually prompts us to come here, like through a quest, or if we actually have to do the thing here on our own. Mine Massacre. Is that an actual quest now? It is. The Bone Pit has been overrun by dragons. Slay them. Well, let's go ahead and do that while we're here. Only half my inventory. We're fine. Well, we've dealt with dragons before here. I'm sure it won't be anything too serious. Oh. It's a high dragon. Lovely. Come on. Okay, Anders. Sorry, Vengeance, you're supposed to actually, you know... Takes off again.
I'll make you cry for your mother.
Alright, I think now we can finally finish it off. Nope. Never mind. I will admit that this is sometimes my favorite thing to do here when I'm playing as a mage in this game, is kind of like build him in a way kind of similar to how Vengeance can be, where I can be able to be a hybrid damage dealer plus healer, and of course being able to get the tree that lets me do, you know, the spear healer one that lets me, you know, not only do group heals but also revives.
Let this be a lesson for future generations.
Dragon's Blood, the High Dragon Fire Gland, some weapons, the War Plate of the Champion. Yep, Dragon's Blood as an actual crafting resource. As you can probably imagine, on higher difficulties, that fight is pretty rough. And of course, if you're just playing this legit without mods or anything.
Are you ready to go in?
Ready as I'll ever be.
We'll have to look for Drakestone deposits along the sides. This looks like a Drakestone deposit. I need a scraping from the deepest part. There should be more further in.
Further in, come further in.
Nicely done.
Sorry, if you've ever seen that old Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe cartoon, you'll know what I'm referencing.
There should be more further in.
Yeah, don't mind the bones. Boy, this cave seems familiar, doesn't it? It's like, huh, haven't we been here before? Mm-hmm.
Should be more further in. That should be enough. Thank you. I wouldn't have asked just anyone to venture in there for me. There is one more thing, but we must discuss it privately.
This is why I'm glad I can run faster, so I can investigate why this thing is highlighted. I think that must be just a bug. So yeah, the dragon showed up and killed all the miners. And basically destroyed this place. As you can see. So now we have to go let our partner know.
Do you still...
A dragon attacked your mine. Everyone is dead.
Dear Maker, what of my equipment? Did it seem salvageable?
Unfortunately, your precious equipment didn't make it. And neither did your workers.
Oh, my heart. So many years of investment. I am ruined. Ruined! I'm sorry, champion. I appreciate your help, but I sank all my coin into that rotten mine. I have nothing left to pay you.
Give me the bone pit. Perhaps in a few years I can get it back in order.
What? Ha! Fine, take it. I wash my hands of this cursed venture.
Alright, Vengeance, what do you want to talk about?
There is one more thing I would ask of you, Hawk. And I can't tell you why. I must get inside the Chantry, without being seen. Will you talk to the Grand Cleric for me? Distract her long enough for me to do what must be done.
What do you want me to talk about?
Food? The weather? What does it matter? No, talk of mages. Give her one final chance to hear what we have suffered. To pick a side. Perhaps she'll be more inclined to listen to you.
What are you plotting?
You would not thank me if I told you. If you support freedom for mages, help me. That's all I can say.
What is it you don't want me to see?
I would not tell you my plans, Hawk. You have made it plain where your sympathies lie. I will ask you straight then. Has nothing you've seen changed your mind? Will you help me free the mages of Kirkwall? Or will you stay at the side of the Night Tyrant?
Was this ever about you and justice? Or have you lied this whole time?
I lied. There is no potion. But what we have gathered will bring freedom for more than just me and justice. It will help mages throughout Phaedus. In the face of that, one lie means little.
This is... So, I guess I could say that this is where this Hawk is willing to give him one last chance. And this is going to be one of those things that kind of breaks, you know, that straw that breaks the camel's back for Hawk. Like, okay, I will give you this one last chance.
What do you need me to do?
You surprised me again, Hawk. I'm glad these years spent ranting haven't been in vain. I promise, whatever happens, it's on my head. It will not come back on you. Go to the Chantry. Talk to the Grand Cleric. I will join you when I'm done.
Yeah, he says that when in actuality, people are gonna, of course, associate Hawk with what he's gonna do, even going into Inquisition, because they'll be like, "Oh, hey, you knew about you knew that Anders guy." So he's like, "Oh, this is all gonna be on me. It'll never come back on you." When in fact, we know that's not true.
Hello? Is Anders there? Can I speak to Anders?
You can stop yelling. It's always me.
Oh, good. I didn't want to talk to that other guy. You know, the stick in the mud.
He can still hear you. Justice and I are one. Anyway, you wanted to talk to me?
Not really. I just wanted to make sure it was you.
I'll find you as soon as I'm done. Thank you.
Maker's blessing, champion. Have you come to pray?
Why have you let the Templars continue their oppression of mages?
Have you changed your mind, champion? Recently, you seem to support the Knight Commander. We must give Meredith and Orsino time to work out their differences. No good can come of showing favor to one side.
You're right. The Templars serve a purpose.
That's not what I'm saying. I do not support the Knight Commander's methods. But I cannot take sides. We are all the Maker's creatures, but magic allows abuses beyond the scope of mortals. I only hope I can balance the needs of everyone. For if it comes to war, it is the people of this city who will lose.
There you are. I've been looking for you all over. Your Grace?
Your soul is troubled, child. I hope you found a balm for it here.
Yeah, by the way, even if you romance him, he still won't tell you what he just did.
I cannot tell you how good it feels for a spirit to fulfill its function. The waiting is over. I am finally seeking justice. And he is exultant. There is no ecstasy humankind can feel to match.
Are you going to tell me what you did?
You are Kirkwall's champion. You can better aid our cause in that role than by aligning yourself with me too closely here.
Then you are finally ready to face the Knight Commander?
The war will happen. The clock is ticking down. It will be midnight soon. I wanted you to have this.
What's that? A pillow?
Hand embroidered by my mother. The only thing of hers they let me keep when I went to the Circle.
Why in the name of Andraste would you give that to me?
You've been a good friend, Varric.
You keep your pillow, Blondie. And may you have many more dreams of killing Templars on it.
Hawk, I didn't think you'd come back here. I know you don't understand why I must do what I do. But I thought maybe you'd support me.
You never even told me what you're doing.
I'm trying to protect you. There's no reason we both need to hang.
You're the one who jerked me around with that ridiculous story about the Tevinter potion.
Should I have told you the truth? There's no one in Kirkwall I wouldn't kill to see mages free. How would you have reacted to that?
Forget it. Nothing I say will get through to you.
Leave.
This does not concern you.
Wow.
This is Anders' decision, not yours.
I am Anders. You have given in to sloth. You would stand by while mages are abducted and tortured. Go. Anders has no need of you.
What was I saying?
Like I said, vengeance. That's not Anders, that's not justice. That is vengeance.
It doesn't matter. It's pretty clear who's in charge here.
Maybe there's still a way to change the Circle from within.
Let me test something. Whoops. Ah, that's the new look he gets. That one right there when you finish this quest. Okay. Whoops. Whoa, whoops. So that looks like the... Okay, so that's what he normally has, which is a little bit more light. This new one... Okay, so that looks a little different. Huh. Wow. Look at all those extra stats it gives him. Let me swap out Isabella for Varric here. Slightly darker coat, but you can see it also gives him... Oh, I'm going to have to get my runes and start putting some runes on some people here. It's like once we get to do finish up some of their quests, we're going to actually get some better armors for them and such, so... And of course, as you can imagine, we are working on finishing up the champion armor set. I'm going to keep using the Dragonite set for the time being until we actually collect that, and I am able to rune that up. So, in the meantime, I think what we'll do next is we'll do this quest to help out Isabella, and then see where we go from there. Maybe follow up on this quest for Gamlen. Stay tuned.